My dear viewers, I want to take a moment today, not to sing, not to perform, but to talk. Just me, my voice, and the story behind the music. This is not a highlight reel. This is a reflection. A quiet walk through my journey as Elian Frost. I didn't grow up dreaming of fame. I grew up searching for a place to put feelings I didn't know how to speak. Music became that place. Before it was melodies and lyrics, it was survival. It was a way to breathe when everything felt heavy, a way to say things I couldn't explain to the people around me. In the beginning, my songs were never meant for an audience. They were letters to myself. Late nights, headphones on, writing words that felt too honest to say out loud. I wasn't thinking about numbers, algorithms, or platforms. I was just trying to make sense of pain, love, loss, and the quiet moments in between. Choosing to share my music was one of the hardest decisions I've made. When you put your voice into the world, you're not just sharing sound, you're sharing wounds. You're allowing strangers to hear the parts of you that were once private. And that fear never fully goes away. At first, almost no one was listening. And I don't say that with bitterness. I say it with gratitude. Those early days taught me humility. They taught me patience. They taught me that real connection doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives slowly, quietly, one listener at a time. As time passed, something unexpected happened. People began to recognize themselves in my songs. Messages came in saying, "This feels like my life," or "I thought I was the only one who felt this way." That's when I understood something important. My story was never just mine. The pain I thought was personal was actually universal. My career didn't grow from confidence. It grew from honesty, from allowing myself to be imperfect, from not hiding behind trends or pretending to be someone I wasn't. Elian Frost isn't a character. It's a reflection of my inner world. There were moments when I wanted to quit. Moments when doubt was louder than the music. When comparison crept in. When I questioned whether vulnerability had a place in an industry that often rewards noise over truth. But every time I stepped back, I remembered why I started. I started for the listener who feels invisible. I started for the ones who stay quiet but feel deeply. I started because music once saved me, and I hoped it might do the same for someone else. As my audience grew, the responsibility grew with it. I realized people weren't just listening, they were leaning on these songs. That changed the way I write. I became more intentional, more careful with words, more respectful of the emotions I was touching. But I never wanted to become distant. That's why I read your comments. That's why I listen to your stories. Because this career isn't a one-way street. It's a shared space, a conversation, a quiet understanding between artist and listener. I don't see my career as success or failure. I see it as a journey of becoming more honest, more grounded, more human. Every song marks a chapter of who I was at that moment and who I was trying to survive. There are still days when I feel unsure, days when the silence scares me. But now I know I'm not alone in it, and neither are you. If you're listening to this and you're struggling, know this: you don't have to have it all figured out. Neither do I. We're allowed to grow slowly. We're allowed to feel deeply. We're allowed to exist without explanation. My career as a singer isn't about being heard by millions. It's about being felt by someone, even one person. If a song reaches you in the dark, then everything was worth it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying. Thank you for being part of this journey. This is Elian Frost, and this is only the beginning. Thank you.
I knew you'd leave, but I still held on. Loved you like you weren't already gone. I watched you fade, but stayed naive, 'cause that's what hurts the most. I knew you'd leave. You kissed me soft, your eyes looked down, like guilt was weighing every sound. You packed your heart but left a mess, and I still ache in your absence. You broke my heart without a word, but silence is the loudest hurt. stay. I fought for love that slipped away. I gave my all, you took your peace and left me with a ghost I can't release.